Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, you've done this before, you know how it works. I just like to remind people if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. So, just they never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So we're going to talk to your daughter. She's like, she like jumps like this. Her legs go out the same way, arms and legs out. And then she goes back. And then she jumps out like that. You don't want to see the bottom part. I'm in my camper, so we're out at the lake. It's I don't want to say over exaggerated. It's just boom, both arms and legs, and then she just keeps doing that. So I don't know if this. It's not like a cheerleader stance. I don't know what it is. Whether something she used to do. Something she used to do. That she's trying to show me. She's saying her little brother, she plays with his hair, but it's more like, did she like to twirl her own hair? Like maybe even make little ringlets with her fingers, like twirl the hair all the way around her finger. She's playing with her little brother's hair like that. So it may be short enough that she can't make ringlets, but she's still twirling it. She's twirling it like this, so he should feel that. And if I remember right, he's younger than her, so he's probably, oh, he knows it's her, because he goes, knock it off, you're pestering me, kind of like little brothers would do if she was still here. And I think I probably told you before that kids under 9 or 10, they all see spirit, hear them. It's no big deal to them until they get to be a certain age, and then they go, people are going to think I'm crazy if I tell them I see my sister. So it's perfectly normal for them to see them. So if you if you see her little brother, I mean, he might be sitting there watching TV or something. He kind of goes like that. And I don't think he thinks much of it. I think it's happened often enough that it's kind of just like an annoying fly every so often. It's like, stop it. And she's giggling. She just kind of goes, hee hee hee. I can't quite, that's not exactly right, but kind of like that, one of those little hee hee hee. So you could possibly hear that, but more than likely he does hear that. And it's like nothing to him. Okay. So tomorrow's her birthday. So I bumped you up ahead. It's only fair. But I know I've told you before, but I promise you 1,000%. She can hear you, she can see you. You do not need me in order for her to hear you. So you can tell her happy birthday or anything else you want to. All you want to. And she's going to hear you. Okay, my left ear is getting super hot. Now that usually only happens when my Bob gets real close. Now why he would be here during this because he killed himself, not sure what's going on, but my ear's starting to burn. So, okay, now it feels like a bug crawling down here. So you should get something along that line. And usually it'll be like when Bob does it anyway. Everybody feels the energy different. It affects everybody different. So I can't tell you for sure how it's going to affect you. But usually it's around here. And sometimes it's even visibly bright red. It gets so hot. This side's cold. Cold-hearted. So just watch for that. It's getting hotter, especially up in here. So watch for that to happen. It won't be both sides. When I get it on both sides, that's usually my blood pressure. So it's getting hotter. So she's going to try to do that, and it could. Okay. She's showing me that when one ear gets hot, it's because she's that close to that side of your face, and she's got her arms around your neck from the side. She's showing like getting on her daddy's, not getting on his back, but like let's say he's sitting on the couch and she comes in from behind and she throws her arms around his neck from behind and kind of squeezes like little kids do. And then she's grabbing him around the neck, she's behind him, and then she's jumping up and down on the couch, kind of. But she's still got her arms around him. So that's a whole lot of movement there. Usually you don't feel it real super strong. Usually it's slight. Like I said, everybody feels it different. So know that my ear's getting hotter. Know those things are her. Make sure you validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more signs. She says she hears you say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Did you guys call her Bree? Somebody called her Bree instead of her whole name. And if it's not exactly Bree, if it's like Bray instead or something, so you might have to stretch that outside the box a little bit. She hears you. She says, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Kind of flopping her head around. I love you. She's very happy-go-lucky, very bouncy, very bright, very happy. She says, I'm still me. I'm just me. And I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. The Barney song. My ear's getting even hotter. Hang on. Okay, so she's showing me her being on a bicycle. This may not be the exact picture of it, but I'm going to describe it anyway, just in case it is the exact picture. But anyway, it's on a bicycle. I see training wheels. I see on the handlebars the little streamers, that you stick in the ends of the handlebars. She has a helmet on. So did she, well, she's old enough to ride the bicycle, so she's not super little. So did she get a bicycle for her birthday? 1 year. I think she's trying to validate that it's her. Her hair is blowing back as she's pedaling down the sidewalk. She said she feels free. She felt free when she was doing that. A lot of laughing and giggling when she was pedaling her bicycle. And she feels free now, too. She said it is a wonderful feeling. It's peace and love. And everything bright and beautiful like you would imagine it would be. and she wants you to know that she's okay. But you're going to do something for her on her birthday. She's showing me a little round cake. Little round cake. Like it's got pink flowers around the edge of it. It could be a sheet cake. She could just be showing me a cake so I'll know it's a cake. Doesn't mean it's the exact picture of the cake or the exact size of the cake. I know. I wish they'd be a little more detailed sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating. But anyway, she's showing me pink edging, pink flowers, like decorated on the cake. So I don't know if this is a cake that she had on one of her birthdays, or if this is something you're making for her or getting for her tomorrow, and you're all going to have a piece of cake. And know when you blow out that candle, she will be standing right next to you, blowing on the candle. She will be there. As you sing happy birthday. So know that even, keep my computer going out here in the camper. Storm's coming again. Damn storms. Yeah, things are flickering. Anyway, even if occasionally during the day you sing or say happy birthday to her in your head without doing it out loud, know that she will hear that. You do not have to talk to her out loud. As Bob is just now reminding me, because he says, I love you, and I said, I love you back. I don't have to move my lips, and it's not because I'm a medium. It works that way for everybody. Know that I love you, Mommy. My little brother can still be annoying, but I love him. He's wonderful. Wait till you see what he's like when he grows up, because he's going to be awesome. Because I'm going to help him be awesome. Can't quite understand what she's trying to say. Hang on. Say it again. Something about black ice. I don't know where you guys live, but I live in Kansas, and it's almost May. We don't have any black ice right now. Something like on a hill, it looks like black asphalt. She's talking about black ice, talking about something being slick, like slick down a hill. Did she fall? I don't know if this is a memory. I don't know what this is. Because I don't know that you live someplace where you would be having ice now. I'm not sure what this is. But the road looks black, and it looks very slick. Okay, so she's showing me like a single rose. First it looked pink, then it looked red. So I don't know if the color makes any difference, or if you've taken, she just shown me one, not a bunch of them, not like a dozen or anything. So I don't know if you've taken one pink flower and then one red flower, or or you're going to, on her birthday, take this to where she's at. She's trying to acknowledge that she knows. And you could take a handful of them, but she's just shown me one at a time. It doesn't mean it has to be the exact number. And it could even be a different flower. It doesn't have to be a rose. I know this sounds so vague, but that's just the way they do it. I love you, Mommy, and I know it hurts. But I'm so comfy. I'm just so comfy where I'm at. Grandma. She's talking about your grandma. Your grandma. She's not. An older, very slim lady. Could be your grandma, could be your great grandma. Possibly a little stiff, a little starchy lady, you know, a little sober isn't the word I want to use because we're not talking about drinking. It's a somber. Maybe somber would be a better word. So, but this is the lady that she's run into up there. She says, but I like her. I like her and she watches over me. She's good for me. She wants me to tell you hi. This grandma type figure is telling her to tell you that you are magic. You are magic more than you know. You make people's hearts feel good. She said it's not magic like I do myself. This isn't magic, but it's not that type of magic. Like, again, this is not magic, but that's the way she's referring. They're referring to it. That you have your own type of magic, and it's making people's hearts feel good, especially us little ones. So don't ever doubt yourself, Mommy. And the grandma figure is reiterating. I shouldn't pick big words with these teeth. Reiterating that. Don't doubt how important you make people's hearts feel. And how important your role is in this whole big picture. Because the world still needs you. Don't let the world down. Even though you think it let you down. Because there's so much more to this big whole picture. Oh, and they back up, this whole big picture. And you'll see that someday. Keep on keeping on. Know that my love will always be there for you. Tell Daddy I love him. When he's ready to accept it, he'll feel me. And most of the time it's a lot harder for men to believe in the woo-woo stuff. She said he wants to believe it. He's just not real sure. But I am still here, just in a different way. With that, she's going to leave. Know that I understand all the feelings that you're going through. And you will come out an awesome person on the other side of all this. And then I'll really be ready to talk to you. And she's skipping. She's skipping off. Her hair is just kind of flying behind her as she skip, skip, skip. Oh, good grief, I'm shaking the whole camper. My fat ass just shook the camper. Besides the big ass windstorms we've been having. Wind's not rocking it, my fat ass is. Now she's throwing rose petals. Now, kind of like you would at a wedding, you know, as a flower girl, you know, throwing rose petals out before the bride. She's kind of throwing them up in the air as she's, so watch for single, could be just any flower petal, but especially watch for single rose petals. You could get out of your vehicle and there could be a rose petal or just maybe just a flower petal on the ground. You could open your door and there's now if you've got a rose bush and it's shedding all over the place, that doesn't quite count. It has to be kind of in a different place, a little bit unusual place. Like I took a drink out to my truck and set it in the cup holder, shut the door, looked in my drink, and there was a teeny tiny little feather in there. Where the hell did that come from? I came out of a building. There was no birds around. It seriously works that way. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Happy birthday to your little girl. I hope to get this loaded tomorrow, but I have to go home to do it because I don't think I can upload videos off my phone's hotspot, which is what I use when I'm camping. I doubt I have enough trouble getting to upload at home, so I doubt if I can do it off my hotspot, but I'm going to try to run home tomorrow. I have to go check on my mom anyway and get it loaded for her birthday. Much love to you, my dear. See y'all later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones.